the home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads.
Y'all smell that? Just when you thought the stench was dying down, once again, those USC Skittle shooters and Tebow, the bitch out west, Lincoln Riley, aka Linky Boy, has once again embarrassed themselves on the recruiting trail, this time in their own backyard. As an article came out today from SoonerWires.com that Oklahoma has not only out recruited Tebow every single year that Brent Venables has been there, but now they're out recruiting them in their own state. Let's talk about it. Well. Look at what we have here. It's another great day in the Outlaw Posse neighborhood. And here they come riding in once again. It's the Outlaw Posse. Now, in effect, in today's Four Horsemen shout-outs go to Heath Stokes, Kuz's Corner. Great channel, by the way. Check it out and subscribe to him. He has some great realignment talk. Billy Townsend and Storm 4601 are mounted up, solid, and ready to go with today's college football invasion. If you want to get your badge and get deputized like them and get your random Four Horsemen shouts, possibly the comment of the day, which is coming later on in the show, all you got to do is hit that little join button next to the subscribe button. It's $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. That's just a half a bottle of water for the Outlaw. Also, you can do the big four: like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. That's the big four, and they're all free. I can also be reached on X, aka Twitter, under at OCF Productions. Now, getting right to it here. Just when I thought I was done with the Skittle shitters, they stinking it up again, man. Let's get right into this. Let me pull something up for y'all real quick. Y'all think y'all like this little something here. Here we go. Says here, according to SoonersWire.com, Sooners sign same number of top on threes, 20 players in the state of California, where they were supposed to be walling that thing off, weren't they, when the great Tebow took over, right? I thought they said something like that. In 2024, over USC, who is supposed to be this state's flagship program when it comes to college football. When Lincoln Riley left, it says, for USC, one of the hot topics of discussion was Riley's ability to recruit the state of California. California, along with Texas and Florida, had long been considered the recruiting hotbed for college football. USC, being the biggest brand in the state, and Riley's propensity for offense created an assumption that he was going to put the state on lockdown. And yet, it hasn't been on lockdown, not since day one, not even when he was pilfering the Oklahoma program. What they forget to tell you here is that while he was a good recruiter of the state of California when he was at Oklahoma, that's when he was at Oklahoma. So maybe it was just the Oklahoma brand. What do you think? It says, as we're going down here, the Trojans only signed one player in on three's top 10, the same number that Brent Venables and the Sooners signed from the state of California. In fact, Oklahoma signee offensive lineman Eugene Brooks ranked higher in on threes California industry player rankings than USC's top 10 signee wide receiver Xavier Jordan. Meanwhile, Alabama and Oregon also had multiple top 10 signees in the state. In California's top 20, Oregon had 7 to USC's 2. Like I said, it ain't just Oklahoma, but Oregon's been pushing their shit in for quite some time, and they're going to continue to, because now Oregon has that Big Ten brand that USC didn't want to have, by the way. The Oklahoma Sooners also had 2 of the top 20 players in the Golden State after reclassifying in the 2024 recruiting class. in the 2024 Oklahoma State Industry Rankings. That's about the state of Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley, it says, is a good coach. Can't believe Sooner Wire said that, man. Y'all, that's the only thing about this article I don't like. Y'all need to be nut checked for saying that. But letting Oregon and Dan Lanning come in and dominate the state will make it difficult for the Trojans to have long-term success, especially as they head into the big stank with Alabama and Texas and Georgia and Oklahoma also invading California recruiting. It's not going to get any easier for Riley and his staff on the recruiting trail. Damn. That's really, 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 really gotta suck for Lincoln Riley. And like I said, I was probably gonna let this go and not say anything else. But they just keep getting on my channel, getting in my comment section and blowing me up, and they still trying to antagonize and fight back a little bit when they just need to go ahead and realize that they're in the wrong. Now, I will give it to them. There are a lot of USC fans out there that are coming around. I think even Colin Coward is starting to see the error of his ways. But we're not going to let Colin Coward off the hook. Now, some of these USC fans, I'll probably let them off the hook. There's some good USC fans out there. But as far as Colin Coward goes, he had basically just made a matter-of-factly type statement that it was a done deal that Oklahoma was going to fall by the wayside and USC was going to rise to the top and be a national contender each and every season as long as Linky Boy, a.k.a. Tebow, was at USC. And I got two questions for the USC fans, and then I'll let this go, or try to anyway, at least until they embarrass themselves again. Number one, on a lighter note, when are y'all going to build that wall around California? I've been saying y'all going to build a wall around California for quite some time now. And hell, y'all can't even keep, not only can you not keep Oregon and Washington out in Oklahoma, but you got teams way the hell on the East Coast over here in Alabama and Georgia coming in there and taking your shit. We're going to start building that wall. That shit's about as weak as Biden's wall down there at Eagle Pass, Texas somewhere. And the second question, and more serious note, is what are y'all going to do when y'all join the Big Ten and y'all starting to allow access for Ohio State and Michigan and teams like that to come in the state of California and play games and get exposure for their programs in the state of California and make it a little bit easier for them? And they have big names too, obviously. Ohio State has won quite a few national championships, as well as Michigan, who is right now the defending national champion. So the only thing I see that y'all can do to remedy this situation right now, and it may have some growing pains for a few years if you do it, but you got to cut that cancer out of your program, that cancer being Tebow, the bitch out west, Linky Boy, a.k.a. Lincoln Riley. Also, another little tidbit that I heard today, or not today, but a few days ago. This may not be true, but I was going to get y'all's take on it. Supposedly, Oklahoma State, Okeechobee Pokey State, and the Mike Gundy Hard-Ons supposedly contacted Oklahoma's administration about trying to iron out the details and getting the Bedlam series started back within a couple of years. And they said that Oklahoma come back with a proposal that was unreasonable, that Oklahoma wanted to play 7 home games to Oklahoma State's 3 home games. So let me know if that's true or not. Drop it in the comments section. Also, I'd like to mention my sponsors before I get out of here. McFab LLC, powder coated signage right up there, metal signage. Great sign he sent me all the way. I think he's an Oregon fan, actually. But his information's at the bottom of the screen if you want to order you something like that. Also, anything you want a piece of wood, I got this nice cutting board from Eric Mofield of Mo's Woodsmith Shop. His information is also at the bottom of this screen. You can get in touch with him. He can put anything on a piece of wood. No lasers ever used. All handcrafted. And that's all I got to say about that. There's a little heart down here if you don't mind. You can smash that and make a one-time donation to the program to help keep the lights on, as well as possibly join the Outlaw Posse. It's not $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. That's just a half a bottle of water for the Outlaw. You get your badge. You get deputized. Get a random 4 horseman shout-out and possibly be the comment of the day, which we're going to do right now. And the comment of the day goes to Fred Bagley. Says, nice one, Outlaw. OU will be fine. Like you point out, they have a great behind-the-scenes team. We will alter and adjust on the move forward. That it was a comment in regards to my recent podcast of Oklahoma revenue record year in 2023. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's the Big Four, and they're free. Sharing is caring. KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially dismissed.